Hi guys, welcome back to Top Wisdom. So today's topic is Business Studies, Grade 11, Term 2, which is actually Chapter 7, which is Creative Thinking and Problem Solving. So usually I used to make videos of Grade 12 Business Studies. So now I was like, okay, since I've made all the chapters and explained all the chapters of Grade 12s, let me just tackle the Grade 11 topics. So I'm starting with Creative Thinking and Problem Solving. Which many learners actually know, creative thinking and problem solving. Basically, I'm sure you guys have the notes and everything being given to you at school. So, but if you don't have the notes, I got you covered. Everything is here. I'll just explain to you. But now I'm trying to explain to you how will you pass this topic? How will you explain this topic? So, guys, without wasting any time, we will now begin. We're going to start with the term and definition as usual. Delphi Technique. Delphi Technique is a complex problem solving technique that tries to get a group of people to agree on how to solve a complex problem. So the keyword here, tries to get a group of people to agree on how to solve a complex problem. So I will basically explain this when we get into topic inside the topic. Right now I'm gonna just start with and explain the definition. Force field analysis, a problem solving method that looks at two opposing forces that support a problem being solved or a situation changing. Problem solving, a process of finding a solution to difficult or complex issues. This is very straightforward. Business problems, these are current or long-term challenges and issues faced by a business. Creativity, you guys know creativity, especially when you come from grade 9, you know what creative arts, what it is about. So probably you know what is creativity. It is an act of turning a new idea into reality. It starts with an idea, then it comes to reality. Competitive means a good or better than others of a comparable nature. Innovation, introducing new and original ideas or methods. Change, make or become different. Questionnaires, which you guys know, it is a research instrument consisting of a series of questions for the purpose of gathering information from respondents. PDCA, which is process or cycle. PDCA, process or cycle. Plan, do, check, act. This model is used to solve complex business problems. So yeah, now we are getting to the real topic now, meaning of creative thinking. Creative thinking refers to thinking differently and looking at something in a new way. I want you to, maybe if you have your notes currently, it will be very grateful that you have a pencil so that you can underline the words, because obviously when you go and write your exams, I'm sure by now you have already written exams or something like that on grade 10 because you are in grade 11. But when you go and write your exam, you cannot remember everything exactly as it is on the notes. Obviously, it's like cramming, and you basically fail when you use that thing. So just underline. Creative thinking refers to thinking differently. Underline thinking differently and looking at something in a new way. Just underline thinking differently and looking something in a new way. That's the best definition. You're thinking differently. Creative thinking refers to thinking differently. It is when you are thinking differently. Thinking differently. It's really straightforward, guys. I have another definition. Creative thinking is about approaching a thought or idea or problem or solution or situation, by the way, in a new and interesting way. Approaching a thought in a new and different and interesting way. That is it. That's creative thinking. You just think differently. You are approaching a thought in a new and different way. So another thing I'm going to explain is different between routine versus creative thinking. And routine thinking, it refers to ordinary, everyday, conventional thinking. Creative thinking, it refers to a looking at an opportunity, problem in a new and different way. And let me just start with the routine thinking, by the way, so that I can finish this up fast. It is suitable for work and requires logic, consistency, and attention to detail. It does not lead to a new ideas or pattern of thought. Be aware of this thing. Routine thinking does not lead to new ideas or pattern of thought. I want you guys to remember this. Routine thinking, because this is one of the key in explaining routine thinking. It does not lead to new ideas. Requires business to apply old thinking. So already by now you have a mindset of saying, okay, now I see routine thinking is talking about old thinking. It's talking about something that is old. It's not something that is creative. It doesn't create new ideas, but it focuses on past ideas. It focuses on past ideas, old thinking patterns to new situation. So it doesn't mean when a new problem comes, we refer to old thinking, old ideas. So creative thinking, as it says by itself, it's thinking differently. As you remember when I say approaching a thought in a new, that simply means we are coming up with a new idea. It refers to looking at an opportunity problem in a new and different way. As I've explained the meaning, this is actually similar to a meaning. So now we are comparing it to a routine thinking. Remember, routine is old. I want you guys to just write in front of routine, just write old. Then in front of creative, just write new. I'm teaching you in this way because this way it's how it worked out for me when I was schooling. I don't remember the times when I was schooling, but I usually use this method because I usually write old, new. I usually write on my notes. So do what I say, write old on routine, write new on creative, so that you can know whenever you're studying, when it's final examination or something, you know what you're talking about. It is invaluable in keeping the business innovative, actually coming up with new ideas, and relative and relevant, by the way, relevant in changing a market and to solve new problems. It leads to an idea that is original compared to existing ideas. Requires business to apply new ways of thinking to old situation. Yeah, already you know new ways of thinking to old situation. So routine is basically focused on old ideas. It focuses on old ideas, and creative focuses on new ideas. Difference between conventional versus non-conventional solutions. This one doesn't really appear every time in exams, but I have to teach this because it's part of the topic. Conventional solution, original and unimaginative solutions. They are solutions obtained through logical, underline the logical, analytical problem-solving methods. There is often one solution to a problem. Chooses and looks for what is right. Concentrates on relevance. Moves in most likely directions. Non-conventional solutions, different and creative solutions. There are solutions that are obtained from creative thinking. Which means they are obtained from coming up with a new idea. There is often more than one solution to a problem. There is often more than one solution to a problem. Compared to conventional solution, in conventional solution, there is only one solution. There is no more than. Changes and looks for what is different. So here it changes and looks for what is different compared to the conventional solution, which is looking for what is right always. Does not mind change interruptions. Explores the least likely directions. Ways in which business can create an environment that stimulates creative thinking. So this approaches this is actually different now. We are focusing on ways which business can create an environment that stimulates creative thinking. Business must emphasize the importance of creative thinking to ensure that all the staff know that their ideas will be heard. So we are focusing on this topic now. You can just say business must make sure that all the staff all the ideas of the staff must be heard. So the keywords you must underline here to remember is, for example, business must emphasize the importance of creative thinking to ensure that all the staff and their ideas will be heard. You can underline that: staff and their ideas will be heard. That will help you memorize the sentences, because you cannot cram this. I'm pretty sure, guys, that you cannot cram it. I've also been in high school and had friends that that used to use this method. It doesn't work. I won't lie, it doesn't really work. Business must emphasize the importance of creative thinking to ensure that all the staff know that their ideas will be heard. Encourage staff to come up with new ideas. Encourage staffs to come up with new ideas. Encourage job swaps within organization, or within studying how other business are doing things. So we must study how other business are doing things in order to come up with new ideas, because we learn from other people. So in order to destroy them, in order to overcome them, we must come up with new ideas. Encourage alternative ways of working or doing things. Benefits or advantages of creative thinking in the workplace. Complex business problems may be solved because we always come up with new ideas. Obviously, when new ideas are always there, we may solve every problem or every complex problems. Because as you can see, if you are a football fan and you watch football and you watch Real Madrid, you know that the coach of Real Madrid always come up with a new idea to solve complex problems. That's why they always do comebacks. So, but we are not there. Creative may lead to a new invention which improves the general standard of living. Creativity always improves the general standard of living. Even the government always come up with creative ideas in order to improve the standard of living. Better or unique solutions are generated. May give businesses a competitive advantage if unusual ideas are implemented. So this is it. I've said, I don't need to say a lot of things here. Managers have more confidence as they can live up to their full potential. You gain confidence because obviously your ideas are being implemented. You just come up with an idea and it is implemented. Meaning of problem solving: this should be straightforward. It is a clear process to follow whenever a problem needs to be solved. That's problem solving. Clear process to follow whenever a problem needs to be solved. Whenever a problem needs to be solved, obviously we come up with an idea. So that idea is in process. That process needs to be followed in order for the problem to be solved. A process of finding a correct strategy to respond to a problem. Problem solving. The word itself says problem solving. So the strategy must solve the problem, not only just a strategy that won't solve the problem. Problem solving involves an analytically and creative thinking, as I've said in bullet number 1. Some businesses uses PDCA process to solve a problem. PDCA stands for Plan, Do, Check, Act, and I think I've already told you that. The Delphi Technique and force field. I told you guys that we will get back to Delphi Technique. Now we are there. Meaning of Delphi Technique: it is a technique that is used to solve a new and complex problems. It is used to solve a new and complex problems. The Delphi Technique is a popular method of gathering information. So what is important about the Delphi Technique? We gather information. I need you to underline that. Underline that now. That Delphi Technique focuses on gather information by using selected aspects. Don't mind the selected aspects, just say gather information, then underline aspects panel on a specific topic. The group of specialists or expert panel never meet face to face, so they can do this online or anywhere else. So here I'm just gonna say 3 bullet points, because obviously you might have your notes anyway. 7.2 ways in which business can apply the Delphi technique in the workplace. Now we are showing how we can apply this technique. Businesses must invite a panel of experts to research the complaints from customers. So a panel of experts come to research the complaints from customers. Experts do not have to be in one place and will be contacted individually. So this explanation is very very simple. We do not call all the experts at the same time. We call them one by one. So they come. So for example, Monday David comes, and Tuesday Busiso comes, then Wednesday, then Karabo comes, then Thursday, like that. So when when the complaints come, we can gather all the information and check what's going on, because obviously sometimes it happens that the complaints won't come the same, and they will be different. Obviously, design a questionnaire consisting of questions on how to improve the quality of their titles and distribute it to the panel members or experts. Request the panel to individually respond to the questionnaire, suggest improvements to the products, and return it to the business. Summarize the responses from the experts in the feedback report. So after taking the information, obviously you must summarize the response, because now they will be explaining how to solve the problem. You have new ideas on how to solve the problem. So this is very very important that you gather information from others. As you can see here, summarize the response from the experts in a feedback report. So I've explained the Delphi technique, already explained it. If you didn't understand it, I could just make a video sticking to it and trying and explaining it to you guys in a different way. Or maybe you want to hear a different voice, I will make it happen anyway. You just comment down below and tell me, oh well, just say, oh, I didn't understand this, say I'll get it covered. Meaning of force field analysis. Force field analysis is a method of listing and discussing and analyzing the various force for advantages or disadvantages of the process change. Let me read another one. This one is very long. But force field analysis is a method of listing and discussing. So here we are listing. What's the problem with this situation? We are listing down. After we're done listing down, we are now discussing, okay, how will we solve this problem? This problem is caused by what? So it's about that. So you underline listing and discussing. It is often used for planning and implementing a change in a business. Obviously, after we list things and discuss, we also plan how to change those things that are bad in the business. Ways in which business can apply the force field analysis. Describe the current situation. Underline that, current situation. Describe current situation and desired situation. And the desired situation. Identify what is going to happen if there is no action taken. Because obviously, if there's no action taken, as time goes by, there will be problems. It's the same problems as the government is facing currently with grants and everything. That if the problem of grants is not being solved in the same in this time, in the long term, we will be affected. So this is the situation we are talking about here. Identify what is going to happen if there is no action taken. List all driving and restraining forces that will support and resist change. Discuss the key restraining forces and determine their strength. So that is it. That is force field. Discussing the key driving forces and determine their strength. Advantages of working with others to solve problems. I think you guys already know this, because when you work with others to solve problems, I think you have been in a team before and talk. Things work too fast when you work with a group of people than being alone. The problem can be solved faster and easier, as I've said. This is actually common knowledge, guys. There's no need to say I need to study this hard in order to remember it. It's very very straightforward. So the workload decreases if everyone does their share, because we are many. There are 4 of us compared to one person. One person should cover everything. For example, if we are making a video, or maybe we are making a YouTube video, if there's only one person, you're the one who distribute the video, you're the one who make the video, you're the one who edit the video. But when there's a lot of us, when we are a team, we actually work faster, because after you make a video, just distribute it to somebody else, and that person is gonna edit, gonna make the another video while the other one is editing. More ideas can be generated, increasing the chances of finding the best possible solutions. More ideas, you can underline that one. Exposure to other people's thinking patterns and to the way other people approach the problems, exposure to people's thinking patterns. Underline that one and approach problems actually differently. So you can write by the side and say faster ideas, decrease workloads, and increasing chances to find best possible solutions. So this is all you need to know about creative thinking, which is term 2 topic, which is chapter 7 to learners. So this is all you need to know, guys. I've explained everything you need to know. If you were confused by a thing, by some words I've said, you can just comment down below and say this word confuses me. I'll come up with another plan. I'll just come up with another video and make another video and sticking to that topic. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and like the video and share the video. Peace.